Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Please listen.
Thank you, sir.
You are Aishwarya.
Yes, sir.
What is the meaning of Aishwarya?
It resembles prosperity and wealth.
Very good. Tell all about you, Aishwarya.
Okay, sir. First of all, good afternoon, everybody. I'm Aishwarya KB, born and brought up in Bangalore. With respect to my family, we are of a nuclear family. My father, Mr. Basvalingappa KS, he's working as an employee in Otis Elevator Company. And my mom she's a housewife. And I have my younger sibling. She's pursuing her undergraduation. And myself. With respect to my education qualification, I've completed my schooling from a Central Board residential school, Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya, and then my undergraduation in the field of commerce, and my graduation BCom Honours from Christ Academy Institute for Advanced Studies. And with respect to experience, work experience and internship, I've completed 1 month of internship in manufacturing sector as well as 1 month in service industry, and also participated in community development projects also.
Why then a bank job?
I'm actually from the field of commerce. So with respect to banking, I think I was driven by the things I know from the commerce field. So corporate was not that interesting for me, so I chose banking.
Can you tell me why our RRB is a public sector bank? So public sector job is preferred or a private sector job is preferred?
Preferably, people go for public jobs because they tend to think that job security is one thing which provokes people to go for public sector banks or public sector jobs. Private thing is that they don't know how long will they be take till the retirement they'll be there in the same company, or they might be hired at any time. So job security is one thing, like everyone wishes to go for public sector banks or companies, anything.
You said that people think. What do you think?
I preferably think job security is one thing. Second of all, there is a lot of career opportunities and growth is what I believe in that particular field. Main thing is that, sir, opportunity, career growth and opportunity.
Okay.
For me, personally, that is the main reason for me.
So why we should select you?
Maybe I believe that I am capable because as I mentioned about my schooling, it has given me a totally new layer in my life because I was into the field of culturals, co-curricular activities, and I was a part of NCC as well, sports and also academics. So altogether it has given me a new layer which I know that anywhere I am, I'm capable of doing that particular job in the best way possible.
Okay. So this is a region rural bank.
Okay.
You'll be posted to one of the region rural bank. Again, it will be in a rural place. In case we have selected you.
Okay, sir.
Will you be continuing or you will try for SBI or nationalized banks?
First of all, I'll take the opportunity. I'm not gonna leave it. I'll go for it. I'll experience the job. As I told, I'm having a very positive attitude. I think and I'm capable of adjusting to all the kind of environment. So maybe I'll be able to manage, and I'm early stage of my career. So I have even more opportunities. If possible, I'll be trying for sure.
Okay. Who is supervising RRBs?
I have no idea about it, so I'm sorry.
You heard the name of Nabard?
Yeah.
Okay. So can you tell me something about Nabard?
Okay, surely, sir. Nabard, it's a national bank basically for the rural agriculture and rural development. So mainly they focus on that, and the committee is basically for them to regulate and for all the agriculture and rural developments, especially agriculture and all the rural activities.
Okay. Can you tell me something about Mudra?
Mudra is the Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana is for financing all the like very small people like vendors, fruit vendors, which provides a loan up to 10 lakhs for them, so that they can take up activities, and they believe that these kind of motivation from the government makes them to do the businesses and they can lead their life in a better way.
Aishwarya,
Yes, sir.
you have become honors.
Yeah, I've completed BCom honors.
Can you tell us golden rules of accounting?
3 golden rules I clearly remember even today. Debit the receiver, credit the giver. Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Debit all the expenses and losses and credit all incomes and gains.
Okay. You are sitting in the cash counter.
Yes, sir.
A customer deposits 10,000 rupees in the SBI account.
Okay.
What you will debit and what will credit?
I'll debit what comes in, so the cash, the amount has been given. Credit what goes out. I mean, both the side it has to be the same.
No. Which head you will credit?
Cash account.
No, debit will cash.
Yes, sir.
Which head you will credit? I said it is for SBI account.
Savings bank account.
Yeah. You are say that fascinated about banking job. Okay. What you would like to see yourself after 5 years down the line? If you are selected?
I think if I have to reach 5 years there, it involves a lot of process. So I have to be gaining a more knowledge and skill with that respect of that job. So I would acquire more knowledge with that, and being physically, mentally, socially strong and better is more important to reach there. And I would like to see myself in a manager level, or I mean, having a career growth in the same field.
Have you heard about CD ratio?
Yes, sir. Credit deposit ratio. It's a ratio where it depicts how much a bank can lend with the deposit it has. So how much, the more it is, that is the earning capacity of the bank.
Is there any limitation for that? Can it be more than 100%?
Oh, sorry, sir. I have no idea about it.
Is there any another CD ratio? Cash to deposit ratio?
Yeah, CRR ratio.
Okay. You heard about RBI?
Yes, sir. The central.
Yeah, who is the present governor of RBI?
Mr. Shaktikant Das.
Okay. Is it his first term?
Sir?
Is it his first term or?
No, it's. I think it's been more than 1 year.
No, 3 years he was given first. Whether
Yeah.
it's second term or first term?
It's second term, I guess, sir.
Okay. What are the functions of Reserve Bank of India?
Being the central bank of India, the main function is that it regulates all the commercial banks, it gives so much of instruction, rules and regulatory system for the commercial banks. And second most important thing is it acts as a banker to the central government. So any rules or anything they have to take a decision with respect to economy, they take advice from the Reserve Bank of India. And it also acts as a custodian of cash reserves and also foreign exchange reserves, and it lends loans to the commercial banks also.
You mentioned foreign exchange.
Foreign exchange.
Can
Yeah.
you tell the foreign exchange reserves of India latest figure?
Latest, I think it's not exactly I know about it. Something around 4, 5,
500
something like that.
billion dollars. You said that they are issuer of the currency notes.
Yeah.
Okay. Where are they printed?
There is two. One is near Mysore. There is also a center where currencies are printed, and the coins with respect to government.
Okay, only one printing press.
It's also in. As of now, I know it's in Mysore.
Okay. Who signs on 1 rupee note?
Government. The particular state government or the government takes.
Is it government or Secretary of Finance?
Notes and all belongs to the RBI, and the coins
And
with
higher
respect to the
denomination notes, who signs?
2000 rupee note is highest denomination.
5, 10, 20.
Yeah.
Who signs?
The RBI, the governor.
Okay. How many languages are there under the rupee note?
All the languages, Hindi, English is
How many?
mainly 2.
Only 2.
Hindi, English.
Have you heard about Jan Dhan Yojana?
Yes, sir.
What is
Jan
the
Dhan
Jan
Yojana.
Dhan Yojana?
It's for mainly that purpose of that is to finance with respect to financial activities with respect to banks like pensions, or it might be any other services which provides by the bank.
So, what are the features of Jan Dhan account?
People can remit amount, they can go for insurances, they can go for.
Is it BSPD account?
No, sir. It's for.
Jan Dhan account, is it any minimum balance is there in that account?
Yes, sir. Like any bank account requires a minimum this amount of.
Yeah, will you please check that? Okay. And can you tell us how many beneficiaries are there under that Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan account? How many accounts?
There are more than lakhs of beneficiaries who already registered on that particular scheme, sir.
Have you heard about Maharatna and Navratna companies?
Yes. So it's Maharatna is something like a status given to the central public enterprises because if they have their net profit more than 5,000 crores for the consecutive 3 years, so that is the status which is being provided to them.
Aishwarya KB.
Yes, ma'am.
You said your hobby is painting.
And drawing,
What
yes.
type of paintings?
Normal paintings, like I'm not into in-depth of that, but anytime I'm free, I draw or I paint, and I actually take photographs also, so I'm interested in these things whenever.
Besides painting, do you sell your paintings? Or
No. It's just for my happiness and joy I do it.
Now, you have come for an interview for RRB.
Okay.
Before you will be posted as
Mm.
Mr. Ketia said that you
Mm.
posted rural places. So what are the basic amenities as a woman you would expect in a branch?
If
Because
I
you are a woman.
Woman,
I say
yes.
because you are a woman.
First thing is safety is what, especially when I'm stepping out, when it comes to family, they expect me to be safe thing. And as of now, I'm not yet married. I'm at the very early stage of my career, so it'll be little easy for me to get adjusted. So with safety and with all the amenities, little amenities at least provided, it will be sufficient for me to go with it.
What is an NPA account?
It's a non-performing asset where the loan or the lended money, the interest for it is not paid for overdue of 90 days. That's called that. Then it becomes a non-performing asset.
Okay. What measures? How would you recover an NPA account?
First of all, we'll have a talk with the customer, educate him about the credit score. Like, it will be affected if he's not paying in so and so time. If it's affected, then the loans if he has to take in the future, anything with respect to banking, the credit score is very important. So if it gets affected, later on it will be difficult for him. So we convince or educate him to repay it back and so and so. Then also if not there, we regulate with terms of that.
What is the recent news for Pravasi Bharat Divas?
Pravasi Bharat Divas, it is actually conducted for the purpose of congratulating or celebrating the people overseas, Indian overseas people who contribute to the development of India. So in order to mark the day or mark them, or celebrate them as they're developing, they're putting efforts to development of India overseas, staying far away from India, still they're contributing to the development of India, so to celebrate it. It might be conducted in the year 2023 on January 9th. That is the...
So Aishwarya,
Yes, sir.
what is priority sector lending?
Priority sector lending, it's lending amounts or loans for a particular group of people, like example, agriculture or in terms of rural developments. So on a particular field, it provides lending.
Okay. What is the limit of PSL for agriculture sector?
No idea, sir. Sorry.
No issues. Do you know liquidity adjustment facility?
Yes, sir.
What it is?
It has to be the amount of liquid cash to be maintained by the bank.
Mhm.
So that has to be adjusted that ratio has to be adjusted. That amount of liquid cash has to be maintained by the banks.
So Aishwarya, why RBI is increasing the repo rate from the past few monetary policies we are observing?
Yes, the main...
What is the main reason?
It affects the inflation. If the higher the repo rate, the banks will tend to avoid taking the loans. So and then because of that, it affects the inflation in the country, and also along with the inflation, the banks will again increase the interest on the consumers. I mean customers also. So again, there will be a high in that. So that's the reason they keep the repo rate high.
Okay. You said to control the inflation. Can you explain what is inflation?
Inflation is the high in the price on the day-to-day consumer products, like consumer price, based on the consumer price index. If the prices keep hiring up, it's called inflation. Hike in the prices, basically.
Okay.
Aishwarya,
Yes, sir.
you said NPA is a non-performing asset.
Yes, sir.
Tell me, what is the asset of a bank and what is the liability of a bank?
Assets of bank includes the loans and advances given, their fixed assets. All these comes under the assets of the bank. When it comes to liability, the deposits which they have taken from the customers, which they have to repay back. So those will be the liabilities of the bank.
So capital is the asset or liability?
It's an asset, capital. Sorry, liability.
Okay.
Sorry, liability.
Aishwarya,
Yes, sir.
so now you have qualified for the interview and you have come for the interview. How many Grameen banks are there in Karnataka?
Karnataka Gramin Bank and Karnataka Gramin Vikas Bank.
Okay. So you are fluent in Kannada also?
Yes, sir. ನಾನು ಕನ್ನಡ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀನಿ
ಕನ್ನಡ
ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ.
ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಿರಲ್ಲ?
ಹೌದು.
ಈ ಎರಡು ಬ್ಯಾಂಕಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಯಾವ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಪ್ರಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್?
ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಗ್ರಾಮೀಣ್ ವಿಕಾಸ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್. ಒಂದು ಮೊದಲನೇ ರೀಸನ್ ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನನ್ನದು ಒಂದು ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಇದೆ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಗೊತ್ತಿರೋರು ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಪ್ರಿಫರಬಲಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಚೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಇಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತೇನೆ.
ಸೊ ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಹಳ್ಳಿಗೆ ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಹೋಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗತ್ತಾ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ?
ಹೋಗಬಹುದು ವಿತ್ ದ ಏನಂತಾರೆ, ಹುಡುಗಿಯಾಗಿ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ಸೇಫ್ಟಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಅಮ್ಯುನಿಟೀಸ್ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಲ್ಲಿ ಖಂಡಿತವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಹೋಗ್ಬೋದು.
ಬ್ಯಾಂಕಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ ಸೇಫ್ಟಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟೇ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ.
ಖಂಡಿತ ಸರ್.
So Aishwarya, you have answered fairly well. Okay.
Hopefully, sir.
So all the best to you.
Thank you.